Hi, I'm Chef Marshall O'Brien, and we help people take control of their lives using smart nutrition, but not how you might think. People come to us because they're oftentimes confused, they're paralyzed with all the information about what to eat, what not to eat, how to get started and all this stuff if you want to be healthy and all that. Well, it's overwhelming, it stresses people out, and if you can relate to that, you are not alone. I hear it all the time. We provide practical tips and tools and strategies, programs to help you take control of your life using smart nutrition so that you can perform, feel, look your best, be safer on the job, and do what you want to do to get through the day with energy to spare. And today, I want to talk about something that's really, really important, and that is your immune system. Whether it's the coronavirus, the flu, or just a cold, having a strong immune system can help prevent or minimize the effects from these three illnesses. Life can be so much easier if you're proactive and you can avoid the suffering that these illnesses cause by simply having a strong immune system. And it is honestly, frankly, easy to achieve. Before I get into this, the Chef Marshall O'Brien Group, we have registered dietitians, chefs, researchers, writers, videographers, and our whole goal is to provide you state-of-the-art, practical information to help you be safer, perform, feel your best, and to give you a pathway to help improve your quality of life. Our programs have been developed using leading-edge research and then been modified from over 25,000 surveys from attendees who've taken our live seminars, so we really understand what resonates with people. Once we know which foods are going to work for you, our chefs put delicious and nutritious in the recipes that we develop. Simply put, we are nutrition on a mission. Now, speaking of smart nutrition, what is smart nutrition? When we talk smart nutrition, we're talking nutrition, sleep, hydration, and physical activity. We believe that nourishing is different than eating. You can eat to live, or you can nourish to thrive. And I want you to start thriving today. When you use smart nutrition, you can see real change within 2 to 4 weeks. And if you backslide, you will feel it and you will be motivated to go back to doing what works for you so that you can live your best life and have that you that you want to have. If you want to have a strong immune system and you want to maintain a strong immune system, you need to have 3 things going for you. Number 1, focus on eating the right foods, which means minimizing the foods that work against you. Number 2, you want to maintain a healthy gut. And number 3, you want to minimize stress in your life. When you do this, and it's really easy, you're going to love the results. And when you have a strong immune system, you're going to get sick less often, and when you do get sick, you'll be able to recover much quicker. All right, so let's get into this stuff. Starting with eating the right foods. You got to stop eating processed foods. You know, I understand that we live in a complicated world and people are super busy. You know, you're picking up kids, you're running from meetings to meetings. Life is busy, I get that. And a lot of people don't have the time to cook for themselves. Understood. But here's the thing. It might be really convenient to go through a drive-thru, but it's not so convenient when you get sick. So you've got to focus on having real foods in your life. You know, think about it. 2,000 years ago, people ate whatever they could grab, pull, or reach. So it was real stuff in its most natural form. Now, I'm not saying you got to eat like a caveman, but you need to focus on foods that are going to work for you. At every meal, I want you to focus on the following. Lean protein. Now, if you're vegetarian or a vegan, getting plant-based protein in your life is going to be better than nothing. Remember, anything that you do today that you were not doing yesterday that's positive is progress. So get all the barriers out of the way so that you can do these things, because a lot of times we do analysis paralysis and it's not going to work for you, okay? So lean proteins. Second thing is slow carbohydrates. You want to focus on those. Those are fiber-rich foods. You think fruits, vegetables, whole grains, that sort of thing. They have the fiber. So when you eat them, when they break down slowly. They will also slowly absorb sugar into the bloodstream, which helps keep your blood sugar stable. That fiber will also help clean out your gut. The third thing that you want to have are healthy fats. Healthy fats are going to be plant-based fats. That would be the majority to focus on, and then with a little bit of animal fats in moderation. You also want to include vitamins A, C, and E, zinc, and selenium, and focus on getting garlic and antioxidant-rich foods into your life. There are foods to avoid. Number 1, added sugar. There's so much sugar in our food, unfortunately. Over 80% of the packaged foods in the marketplace have added sugar. You think about your coffee, sweetened beverages, candies, cookies, all that kind of stuff. You got to figure out how to get added sugar out of your life. It's so hard on your immune system. In fact, the World Health Organization recommends that women and children have no more than 24 grams of added sugar a day. And for men, no more than 36 grams of added sugar a day. You eat one of those typical packaged foods, oftentimes, especially if it's candy or sugar-sweetened beverage, it's going to knock out your recommended amount. An easy way to take control of your life with this is by reading nutrition labels, so definitely focus on that. Second thing that you want to avoid are man-made fats, partially hydrogenated fats, trans fats. I call them bad fats. They're the exact opposite of good fats. They're going to be in, along with the added sugar foods, in those packaged foods, so really look at the nutrition labels. Now here's something you got to pay attention to. Now that I got your attention on looking at labels, unfortunately there's a loophole that food companies have when it comes to stating if they have trans fats in their food products or not. It could say 0 trans fats on the nutrition label, but in the ingredient list, it might actually say trans fat or partially hydrogenated fat. Reason for that is because it could have half a gram of trans fats or less per serving, and they can say 0 if it has half a gram of trans fats or less, a serving in there. Make sense? So definitely pay attention to the nutrition label on that, and you want to get bad fats out of your life. Do whatever you can to do that. The next thing I want you to avoid are fast carbohydrates. They're the exact opposite of slow carbohydrates. They have no fiber, so when you eat them, they spike your blood sugar, and then they crash you because your blood sugar obviously drops. They also spike your stress hormones. They just make your life really, really, really hard. So do everything you can to get fast carbohydrates out of your life. Again, these are going to be in the packaged foods. They're going to be white breads, white pastas, that sort of thing. It's not worth it. It's going to make your day harder, not easier. Finally, you want to avoid excess preservatives like artificial sweeteners, artificial flavors, artificial colorings. There's been a lot of research coming out that are controversial, but excess exposure to those things can do a whole host of problems on your organ systems, on your metabolism, on your mental cognition. They can even increase inflammation in the body and in your immune system, compromising it as a result. So do whatever you can to get those things out of your life, or keep it to a minimum if you must. Again, reading nutrition labels is going to be a big help for you. Now let's talk about having a healthy gut. This is the second big thing you can do that is critical to have a strong immune system and to maintaining it. Approximately 70% of your immune system is in your gut. So if your gut is strong, your immune system is going to be strong. There's about 100 trillion bacteria, some good, some bad, and you want to maintain a 6-to-1 ratio of good to bad bacteria. You can do this in 2 ways. With prebiotics, which are fiber-rich foods which are going to create a good environment for the good bacteria, and the second thing are going to be probiotics, which are beneficial bacteria, and they will help keep your gut in balance so that your immune system as a result will operate at peak performance. The last thing I want you to focus on to help keep your immune system strong and maintain it is getting stress out of your life. That might be hard because of maybe your profession, relationships, where you live, but here's the reality is that when you can get stress out of your life, it's going to help your body so much, not just your immune system, but almost every area in your body. So there's so many benefits. And I get that it might not be easy. I mean, I got a lot of stress in my life, so I understand, but stress is a silent killer. So do anything you can do to get stress out of your life. Now, there are some easy things you can do, like having calming foods, getting excess sugar out of your life, and keeping your cortisol levels low, which are your stress hormone. All right, let's talk about calming foods. These are going to include lean proteins, especially turkey, magnesium-rich foods, potassium-rich foods, foods that are rich in vitamin C and B vitamins. And lastly, with calming foods, slow carbohydrates. You're going to keep your blood sugar stable, which is going to help keep your cortisol levels down. Also, you want to avoid fast carbohydrates. Again, exact opposite of slow carbohydrates. They're not going to work for you. That added sugar is not going to work for you. And excess caffeine. It's also a good idea to keep alcohol consumption at a minimum. I mentioned cortisol, your fight or flight hormone. This is produced naturally in your body. If you have too much of it, it's going to perpetuate inflammation in the body. It's going to suppress your immune system. It's going to wreak havoc on your body in general. An easy way to reduce cortisol besides food is with good quality sleep. Science says people need anywhere at a minimum starting at 7 hours of sleep. So you want to look at, are you getting the right type of sleep? If you get the right type of sleep and enough of that type of restorative sleep, it's going to help reduce the cortisol in your body. It's going to flush toxins. It's going to literally reset your body. It's going to rejuvenate and restore and repair the muscles, the tendons, and get your body primed up, and you're going to feel a heck of a lot better. If you do not get the right kind of sleep, you will actually wake up more stressed, even without external stressors around you. So this sleep piece, along with eating the right foods, is critical if you want to minimize stress. Being safer, feeling better, and minimizing serious risks to your health can be easy and simple when you put smart nutrition into your life. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope it was valuable, and I hope you'll take action with the information that I gave you. If you want to take a deeper dive on the 3 topics that can help improve your immune system, or if you want to learn more about us, go to chefmarshallobrien.com or go to immunechef.org. I care, and so if you want to reach out to me directly, call my cell phone, 651-587-7274, or send me an email, chefmarshall@chefmarshallobrien.com. I will reply. These are interesting times, folks. Take care of yourselves.